it's over.
Good. Good. Me neither, I'm telling you.
So, in better news, what do you have going on?
Not much. Not much at all. Actually, last week I did some mini readings over at Joanne Wood's Young office in Easton. Awesome. It was full.
That's awesome.
I was really blessed to have everybody completely.
Yep.
You know, all the readings were booked, so that was good.
Awesome.
That was
Awesome.
good. I'm going to be doing an intimate gallery reading there. Actually not at her location. She has another location in Easton.
Yep.
So it's going to hold probably about 15 to 20 people. So it's just going to be an intimate gallery. And let's see, what else is going on? I feel like there's so much. There's so much and so little.
I just said that to,
we have the Ocean State Paracon coming up. We have the South Coast Psychic and Paranormal Fair coming up.
Yes, we do.
Graveyard shifts coming up.
Yes. Everything's coming up.
Everything. Yeah. April's going to be a busy month.
I just said that before I got here. I said April is out of control with the stuff that's going on, the changes that are happening, and everything else. Like, I can't believe it.
I know.
So,
hopefully my website will be finished. It's pretty much done, but at the same time, I keep on reading certain things, and I'm like, Cody, can you change that? Cody, Cody, can you change? I don't like that either. And then I'm so...
It happens.
Yeah. I'm so touch and go. I'm like, wait, I like that. No, I don't. So, you know.
Tiff.
I know.
Yes. So.
By the way, behind the camera, there's pizza staring at us. It's I'm okay. I'm okay. Because you know what will happen? I'll probably drop it.
Oh, the pizza, the paranormal pizza.
Yeah.
Paranormal pizza.
But
so hungry.
We'll wait. Unless if you want some.
Well,
you are wearing white.
Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, Mom.
So exactly. But that's about it. Besides readings and gallery readings, like I know I'm doing a gallery reading up in the Holiday Inn in Nashua with Nicole Stevens. So that's going to be Mother's Day. So if you guys are looking for tickets, go to NicoleStevens.com and you can pre-order your tickets there.
Everything's exciting.
Everything's exciting. Yeah, I just feel like it's like go, 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 you know?
Right.
Go, go. I'm just excited. I'm going to see your new office soon.
Hopefully. It's supposed to be kick-started pretty soon, getting it ready and taken care of and all that. So we'll see.
It's a lot of work.
I'm excited to do it. You know, just getting the word out there, and I mean, the wraps are picking up and everything else like that too. So things are
I know, guys.
busy.
If you're looking to lose some weight,
yes,
see
contact
Steph.
me.
So
it works. No pun intended, but it does. I actually had a client call me today and tell me she's lost 3 inches and kept them off already, and it's still coming.
That's awesome.
She called me to fix her orders because she wants to order more for next month, and it was just great. It's great to hear the success stories. I love that part of everything.
I actually just ordered something too.
Did you?
But anyways,
is it a secret?
Yeah. It's a supplement.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, good.
Yes.
Good.
I'll let you know how it all works out for me.
Yes.
I'm sure it'll work.
Of course it will, but all the stuff is great. All the products are. It's not just the wraps. I know we started off with the wraps here, but the stuff that they have is amazing. So,
the greens are really good.
Yes.
I know. I keep on saying that I'm going to get Asia back on here too.
I know.
But she's crazy busy. Since she was on Spirit Connections, for whatever reason, her business definitely picked up.
Yes, it did. She's awesome at what she does. So it's a cool thing. Everything's busy for everybody. Everybody seems to be in that positive state of mind right now. It's springtime. It's getting nicer out. People's attitudes are changing. Everything's changing. So it's nice to walk outside and see flowers. I know. And
it was kind of warm today, so it was nice.
It was nice, even though I'm wearing boots tonight. But
I know,
it's a little chilly out. So
I kind of had a wardrobe malfunction earlier, so
it happens.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out exactly what to wear. But it's the weather. Am I hot? Am I cold? I don't know.
It's spring. It does it to everybody. So.
But anyways, so that pretty much wraps up our little this week's little commentary.
Yes, it does.
And it brings us to Mr. Cody Ray DesBiens. And again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing the name correctly.
We'll find out in about 5 minutes.
Exactly. But while you guys change, I want you guys to take a look at Cody's Chasing the Unknown.
Well, that's cool.
So I'm sure that's coming up.
What is it that makes a place haunted? Is it a cold chill? A loud bang in the middle of the night? Or is it something more? Something unseen. 2012 is here with a brand new season of Chasing the Unknown. For more information, visit your public television station's programming schedule or visit www.attleboroughparanormal.com.
Hey, Cody, what's going on?
Not much. How you doing?
Good. So, you've been pretty busy.
Very busy.
And
very busy.
And even more so for all of you guys. Please tell me, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
No, but it's the best try I've ever heard.
Well, how would you pronounce it?
Well, if you're French, you can say DesBiens, or you can say DesBiens.
So would you say DesBiens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
DesBiens. Great. I always hate it when I do that with my guests.
No, that's all right.
So I apologize.
It's all right.
Now, I have Cody on the show because, again, you have a lot going on. He was originally from Attleboro Paranormal.
Yep.
And now you're starting your own thing, whether it's a
Yep.
group or not. You're doing
Yep.
pretty much paranormal investigating,
Right.
and starting your series.
Right.
So I want to know, first and foremost, since you actually had some time behind the camera doing Chasing the Unknown, how did you get involved in that?
Well, I think like mostly everybody. At least 80% of the people that get in the paranormal field, they get into the paranormal field because they have an experience. Especially with me. I know I fall into that 80%, and I'm sure you do, and most of the people here do also. But I remember being really young. Probably my first paranormal experience that I can remember was when I was about 3 years old. We had a dog, and sadly had to put it to sleep. And I remember maybe around 7, 8 years old, being downstairs on the first floor and hearing the dog just running. And there was no dog in the house, but it just sounded like a dog was running up and down the hallway. And that was probably one of the first paranormal experiences. And I was too young to know what was going on. So that's what kind of started me off. And then I remember having this dream, and I don't want to call it a dream because I remember being awake. And I remember waking up and I seeing all these people around my bed, and it terrified me, and I didn't know any of them.
What did they? Sorry to interrupt, but what did they look like? Was it?
I remember some of them had masks on, like they were holding masks in front of their face, and some of them just looked like people.
Okay.
So I mean, you couldn't see through them or anything. They just looked like people were standing there.
Right, right.
And they were kind of circling the bed. And my bed was up against the wall, so once they go around the bed once, they'd kind of disappear, and
Right.
I don't know where they'd go, but it terrified me for nights. And that's really the experience that started me off. That I had a bunch of questions in my mind that I wanted answered. So so then I was searching the internet, and I joined Attleboro Paranormal back in March of 2011, and I got a lot of questions answered from personal experience and a lot of investigations. I think I think my next case will be my 98th investigation in less than a year and a half.
Wow.
So with those investigations, I've gotten a lot of responses. But it seems like the more questions I get answered, the more questions build up in my mind. Like, how did that just happen?
Well, I mean, being at such a young age too, you've been able to meet a lot of great people in the business, including Dustin Perry.
Yep. Dustin actually just contacted me today. We might be going up to Boston to go look at an investigation that we might be doing, and so he's a great guy. I actually met him a funny way. He's an anesthesiologist. He has a few jobs, and most of you already know that because he said it when he was on Ghost Hunters. But I live right in North Attleboro, and I went to this little local dentist to get my wisdom teeth pulled, and I remember sitting down in the chair, and I'm waiting to be put to sleep, and all of a sudden Dustin walks in and scrubs, and I'm like, okay. so I'm like, did they put the loopy medicine in already? So anyway, it ended up being him, and I met him, and I wanted to have a full conversation, and then he shot me with that stuff, and I was out like a light, and when I woke up, his shift was over, and I said, I didn't even get to talk to him, but I ended up doing a lecture at the Attleboro Public Library, and you know, this big crowd, and I was all ready for it. I wasn't nervous, and all of a sudden he comes walking in the room, and I'm like, oh my God. So that's how we. That's my
anesthesiologist. Oh my gosh.
That's how we really kick things off. So he's a great guy. Yep.
I still have to meet him. I haven't met him yet.
Yeah.
But you've also got the privilege to meet Jeff Belanger.
Yep. He's a funny man, and I'm sure you'll find out from the gentlemen that are sitting over there also. But he has a great personality. He's very quick with his answers, and amazing guy.
So Cody does the show Chasing the Unknown.
Yep.
And that was the show that I was a part of.
Right.
Is that, yep. So back on Valentine's Day, they had Attleboro Paranormal at the time had asked me to be part of their show, so I was able to, that's how everybody got to meet.
Yep. So, and then since then, Tiffany has gone on a couple investigations and has done her thing in one of our buildings, so it's been interesting.
Well, it's always fun. It's always fun when you have the right people, you know?
Yep. Yep.
Yep. So, let me ask you this, because I know you're going to be a part of Ocean State Paracon on the 14th. Yeah. And you're going to be doing the round table at the end, correct?
Yes. Yep. I'll be at the question and answer table with you, and I think Keith and Sandra Dawson will be there, and a few others. So it'll be good.
And then on the 21st, you're going to have your table at the South Coast Paranormal and Psychic Fair, but you're actually going to be doing a lecture. Now, what's your lecture going to be on?
Well, at 5:30, I'm going to be doing a ghost hunting equipment lecture. I'll be showing you all how to work the equipment, and you know, what's the best equipment to get if you're just starting off in the paranormal field. So it'll be interesting, hopefully educating. So.
See, I'm just so amazed because he's the ripe old age of 17. So I'm just, you've already experienced so much in a matter of a year than most of us have, you know, as far as like being able to meet everybody and getting involved as much as we have. So cheers to you. That's awesome.
Awesome.
So now tell us about because you have this new series that you are creating.
Yep.
What's going on with that?
Supernatural reality. It's going to be a reality paranormal television series. You know, basically the camera's going to follow me around, and you know, maybe a sixth of it will be my regular life, and then I'm going to also feature other paranormal groups in the New England area, and kind of show you how they work, how they investigate. It's also going to be showing you some paranormal celebrities in the area, documenting their life a little bit. So it'll be hopefully a good series and fun to do, and hopefully we'll have some good people on it.
Do you have anybody in mind?
Well, Carl Johnson actually just called me today. Hopefully we'll be doing some cryptozoology chasing, but he called me today.
And of course we have Andrew and Matt that would probably like to help you out in that too.
Yep.
Yeah, we know a few paranormal celebrities.
Jeff Belanger's a jerk.
So, Steph, I see you writing. Do you have any questions for Cody yet?
Yes, I'm going to let Matt ask the very first question.
Yes. Has Cody ever encountered or seen a UFO?
Well, I've always wanted to, but no, I haven't. I've always wanted to go on a UFO hunting case. Hopefully I'll be doing that in the new series, but I haven't actually seen one, so no.
That'd be good, because it's actually funny, because I don't know if you know this, but Matt is huge into UFOs. He's a huge UFO researcher, so you might want to have a connection, like a spirit connection.
We should get a theme song for the show.
I know. Well, Carl's been harassing me to do some sort of song. Maybe we can all kind of do a little jiggy.
A jiggy?
A jiggy.
That sounds a little scary, but I'll try.
Call upon the EVPs.
There you go. Actually, have you ever heard the EVPs? They're pretty good.
They are.
When they're not drinking.
I saw their debut performance, and they're
Bigfoot
definitely
was
something.
cool dancing.
Yeah.
Actually, I did see Bigfoot. I wasn't expecting Bigfoot, and it took me the whole night to try to figure out where Bigfoot
I missed it
came
because
from.
mysteriously I left the room just before he showed up.
It's pretty
Yeah, I
funny.
did see
I missed
that.
it because
I
I was
did
in the
see that.
bathroom giving readings.
You
Oh,
were.
God.
You were.
I don't think we should talk about that.
All right. Oh, sorry.
Do you want a second question?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Oh, okay. Yeah, does Cody believe in Sasquatch? And would he be willing to go on a cryptozoological investigation?
Yeah, I'd love to. I've been on 1 or 2 cryptozoology investigations, but yeah, that has always had an interest in me. I've always wanted to see one. I have my beliefs. I'm the kind of person who has to see it to believe it. But there has been a lot of cases and evidence that it exists, so I'd love to go on one. So if you're interested, get at me.
Well, I mean, we're in the right location, the Bridgewater Triangle.
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting place.
So that's good.
Yeah.
So now let me ask you this. Before you actually started doing your own events, did you ever partake in any events, or did you even have time? I mean, I feel like it's been so fresh.
As an investigating events, or?
Yeah, whether it's investigating events or even like a convention or conference, or like Haunted History Night was this past October, or
That was a lot of fun.
yeah.
I've I mean, I've done investigating, with friends. Just
So it was more kind of like a low key.
Yeah, it was more low key until I actually got into it.
Let me
And-
ask you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm already
No, go
ahead of
ahead.
myself.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to ask you: did you have an awakening, or did you have something where you were just like, "This is my calling"? I understand that you had that experience, but was there anything else where you?
Yeah. Well, I was a little iffy about it as soon as I joined the group. I didn't know what to think. If what everybody on TV was saying was really true, because I think
Because you know you can't believe everything you hear on TV.
Right, and I think that's how most people today hear about it is
Unless
TV.
it's on Spirit Connection.
Yeah.
Unless it's I just tell you exactly how it is. I don't have any
Yeah.
no edits here.
So yeah. So my first real experience with the paranormal, being in a group, was at an old machine shop. You've been to it.
Yep.
An up-and-coming episode. So I was in that machine shop with my partner Lynn, and we were walking around on the 4th floor, the top floor of this machine shop, and it has 2 elevator shafts. And both elevator shafts have no elevators. They're both stuck in the basement. They don't work. So we're walking around, and we get to one of these elevators, and the doors are obviously closed, and being the investigator that I was, I knocked on the door and I said, if anybody's here, knock back, copy whatever I do. So I knocked twice on the door, and within like 5 seconds I got 2 knocks back. So I'm like, okay, so is this the wind? Is the door shaking when I'm knocking on it? So I had put my foot up against the door, I knocked 3 times, and within like 10 seconds, took a little longer, I got 3 knocks back. So we stepped away from the elevator and we said knock 5 times, and it knocked 5 times. So now I'm looking at her, and then we have the whole team come in with the equipment, and they're all filming, and we got it on film. The next week we had the Sun Chronicle in there. They did their article, and the next day the Associated Press picked it up and it went nationwide. And then we were getting emails from Roswell, New Mexico,
Wow.
Savannah, Georgia.
UFO connection.
Yeah, I know. There you go. So, and people wanted more. So after nights and weeks of going to that elevator, we haven't really had any documented evidence. There was documented evidence that a little boy died on the train tracks behind the building trying to save his sister. And his name is Andrew. So by knocking once for yes, knocking and twice for no, we got him to say that by going through the elevator. His name was Andrew, and he was a little boy, and but you can't always, still a little iffy on it.
Right, you can't say that that's actually Andrew.
Right.
However, that's what you...
Right, that's what he claimed himself to be, and that's what we ended up calling him. So, so we ended up doing our first pilot. Everybody wanted more, so we gave him a pilot episode of Chasing the Unknown, and it went great. It ended up being the #1 film show that aired on public TV in that community, and so we did more. And right now we're into the 2nd season, and we have shows that go out to at least August. So it's a great show.
I'm thinking maybe you guys should cross-connect with Phantom PI.
Yeah.
Over on WCTV.
Yeah, that might be fun.
I did have another question. I know you're writing so much stuff.
Yes, I am.
But I actually just escaped me. Oh no, I wanted to add to your story. At the location where you're talking about Andrew, I had the privilege of going with you guys, and I experienced the knocking myself, where it was 4 of us.
Yeah, 4 of us.
1, 2, yeah. So there was
4, 5.
5. There was 5 of us.
Breaks
so
out the fingers.
5. I had to.
6 if you include Andrew.
Yeah. So we were at the elevator shaft, and you guys showed me. They said, "Camille, let's work on this." So they knocked, and sure enough, it was. I never thought that I would hear something as loud as I did, and it was repetitive too.
Right.
So whatever it sounded like it was something that would be considered intelligent, because whatever we asked it to do, it did. And of course, I'm looking at everybody else, making sure nobody's doing, one of the little.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's him, and there was no possible way, because I think you and I were the only ones standing next to, or it was Lynn and I that was standing right next to the elevator.
And it's not that kind of tapping that, it sounds like this, and then you have to put your EVP into the computer and enhance it and all different.
Right.
It's loud, like, it's loud. And that's what really amazed us. The amazing part was that nobody was hiding in the elevator because it was stuck on the basement. And, if you push that button, it's not going to come up.
Right.
So my question for you is, did you feel anything? Because we were filming that night, and I didn't really have a chance to talk to her. So, did you feel anything when you heard that knocking?
Actually, because I was doing a reading on the entire building, so I was getting a lot of different spirits that were trying to communicate. So I did feel like there was. I'm not going to say I felt a young energy, but I did feel male energy at that location, at that specific location.
Did you pick up on a spirit saying, "Hey, tell that guy to stop knocking"?
Yeah, it's like I'm tired. I'm tired.
Yeah.
So, Steph, what questions do we have tonight?
I have a whole bunch of them. I'm going to start off with mine, and well, it's not really mine, but it's my turn to talk. So, what is the top strangest thing that has ever happened to you on an investigation?
Well, that was one of them, and another one was we were investigating a cemetery, and cemeteries always, they're always, if you watch a fictional haunted show, I think they always feature a cemetery as being haunted, but it's really not. All cemeteries aren't haunted. I believe there's a lot of energy there, but we were walking around this cemetery, and as you know, cemeteries have a lot of gravestones. So we split the team into 2, and I was with one group, and the lead investigator was with the other, and I had a walkie-talkie, he had a walkie-talkie. So we're walking around, and we're about a good 300 feet away from each other. Gravestones between us, and so there's no lights on in the cemetery. We're deep into the cemetery. No cars are there. The gates are closed. We weren't there illegally. But anyway, the shadow, it was like, the only way I can explain it was it was darker than dark. It was a good 8 to 9 feet tall. It just shot across all these gravestones. And we're all looking at it, and then all of a sudden, over the walkie-talkie, we hear, "Did you just see that?" And I guess it crossed in front of them, and it crossed in front of us. And not right in front of us, maybe a good 50 feet away. And there's no way a human could have ran over all those gravestones at that speed, crossing over in front of both groups pretty much at the same time. So that was one of the weirdest experiences that I've had.
Come on. Awkward silence.
Okay.
Yes.
My turn. Okay. Does Cody have any plans to investigate with the Phantom PI team?
We were actually just talking about that. Hopefully, on my upcoming series, and before the show, I was kind of talking with Carl. We're hoping to do something right around this area in Wareham, filming some stuff. So definitely on an upcoming episode, we'll be working with them.
Okay, got another one for you. What would be your dream investigation? You know, of all the places you could go in the world, what's the place you're like, that's where I really want to investigate?
Well, Waverly Hills has always been on my list.
Good boy.
Have you ever seen Matt Loney's
I know,
video
you have
for
to see
Waverly?
it.
No, I haven't.
Oh, it'll make your jaw drop.
Wait till after the show. We're going to be like, watch this, watch it. You're going to be talking, listening to Andrew in a zoned out look like I always give him.
Everybody.
Like, what did you
Even
say?
Jeff Belanger, the skeptic, saw
Yeah.
something at Waverly that made his jaw hit the floor.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll
Really?
show you. We'll show you.
All right, good. I'm excited now. But definitely a hospital, some kind of hospital, an insane asylum, a jail. That's on my list, hopefully in the near future.
Plenty of asbestos.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. Do you do a power of protection before you investigate?
Yes. Yep. I definitely do one. We as a group with Attleboro Paranormal, we always said the prayer to St. Michael before we went in. I said, you know, I do believe in a God, so I asked a lot of spiritual protection, the white light, before I go into an investigation. So definitely, yes, I do.
Very cool.
Okay. How does your family feel about you being an investigator of the unknown?
Okay, well, let's start with my mom. My mom's into it. She was also a member of the paranormal group. My dad is kind of scared. He doesn't like that kind of stuff. So we have a lot of fun at home. Just a couple nights ago, I put a mask underneath his side of the bed.
That would scare me too.
But no, my dad's not really too into it, but my mom and I are into it. So that's kind of the thing that we had together. So yeah, just my dad, he's scared.
Okay, when can we expect the new series, and when will it air? When and where?
Well, I plan on filming the pilot episode, hopefully in June. Right now it's kind of in the making, formatting, pre-production.
Just got new equipment.
Yep, just got new equipment. Actually waiting on a few more pieces, but just
Production equipment.
Yeah, production equipment, cameras and whatnot. But hopefully by June we'll be filming the pilot episode, and hopefully by fall we'll be airing it. So it should be good.
Excellent.
Should be good.
Well, like I said, you're in the right house right now, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that have a lot of information that I'm sure would love to share.
Yep. Yep.
Not saying anybody over there, but I'm just.
Well, I have a question for you. Has Cody ever been to the Lizzie Borden house on Fall River? And if so, what kind of experience did you have there?
I've never heard of that place.
Yeah, vaguely familiar to me.
Kind of weird.
I haven't. It actually is in the near future. I'll be going there. But actually, one of the lead investigator of our group, I guess, was cousins with Lizzie Borden. So I've had, we talked about that place a lot, and I've heard a lot of experiences there. I don't believe she did it, but it seems like an interesting place. And as soon as I go there, I'll let it know. I'll post it on my website and tell you what I think about it.
Excellent. Matt, have you had any experiences there? Or?
Once or twice.
Do you think she did it?
And do I think she did it? My opinion is that she did kill her stepmother. I do not think she killed her father, but I do think she killed her stepmother.
I think it was a team effort, too.
I believe that. So next question. It's an oddball question for the oddballs.
Uh-oh.
What do Matt and Andy have planned?
What, for 30-odd minutes?
Just in general, I guess.
Oh, that's a loaded question.
What do you guys have come up?
several things.
Yeah, a lot going on. Oh, as far as legend tripping, the joint venture between GhostVillage.com and Spooky South Coast Radio, we're going to be at the Slater Mill on the 21st of April. We'll be doing lectures and ghost hunting, and that is a very haunted location. Cody, if you haven't been to the Slater Mill, Pawtucket, Rhode Island, it is definitely haunted. I can vouch for that.
And I don't think now's the time to talk about our clock tower.
No, we'll leave that out.
Oh, but that sounded kind of...
That's exactly what they wanted you to do.
I know. I'm a sucker for that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what do you mean? Can you have a little bit of a...
But with 30-odd minutes, we're still tweaking the mothership, and we're worried about Dr. Dreck. That guy...
Very worried about him.
Yeah, he's taking some abuse there down in the lab. He's a damn good man.
Well, I'm glad you guys could join us tonight. You guys always make it exciting.
Yeah, it's, great to be here.
We enjoy being here with you folks.
We don't have to work so hard when we're here.
Yeah.
Jeff's always
It's fun watching other people squirm do it.
I just wish we had a couch instead of a table. I wish we had a couch.
Yeah, watching Jeff
We do have a
cry.
Oh yeah, we do. We do have the couch.
We do have a couch. It's just not behind me right now, but you do have a very lovely couch behind you.
Yes, I know. We need to take it to the couch someday.
Yeah,
Can
we
Matt
will.
and I
Just make
jump
it a
up
little
and
bit
down
more
on that couch?
relaxing. Yeah, as long as you take your shoes off because it's white.
Yes.
We can't have nice things at 30-odd minutes.
You guys are animals.
Yeah. Sarah's the only one that keeps us in line.
Yeah. What's the next question, Matt?
Actually,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Let me take
Andrew,
that. Let me
sorry.
feel that one if I can read. In your opinion, Cody, what has been the most influential TV program for you to become an investigator? What any of the shows ever give you inspiration?
What was your
Like, that's what I
influence?
want to do?
Well, inspirational show, Paranormal State. I love that show. I believe it's off the air now, but
It's in reruns.
Is it? Yeah. So that was my inspirational show. I love Ghost Adventures as a entertainment show, but Paranormal State.
When we were kids, it was In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy. Never missed
I know.
an
Isn't
episode.
it funny hearing it though from like
Yeah.
a different generation?
But that show is great. It still holds up today.
Sightings.
Yes, Sightings. Yeah, Henry Winkler's show, The Fonz. He was a very big paranormal guy.
Even Unsolved Mysteries started.
Oh,
to
that
become-
had some great paranormal stuff.
Yeah, I
in
didn't
it.
realize it because I could only watch certain ones when I was little before I got scared. But then now watching the reruns, I didn't realize how much.
Yeah, Unsolved
paranormal
Mysteries
they
was the
had.
first one to bring to American audiences the Bentwater case.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Matt worked on. Very interesting UFO case.
That one was
Yeah.
wild. I brought it in the soil for that.
Yes,
Yes, you did.
looks like we're gonna have to have
And
you
then the
back
black
on for
helicopter
a
showed up
summer
the
a
next
summer
day.
treat. There's always so much. Go ahead, Steph. Sorry.
Sorry. Have you ever had a reading by a medium, and how did it go?
I haven't. I haven't. I actually haven't.
Can I follow up?
Go ahead.
What are your feelings about having mediums and psychics in paranormal investigation?
Good question, Matt.
That was going to be my next one, actually.
Sorry.
No, it's funny.
I'm
You
kinda
just thought of it.
psychic, I
Yes,
just-
you are.
By proxy.
Depending on what kind of investigation it is, I definitely encourage it. Maybe if it's, we get all kinds of calls when we go out for investigating. But we usually use a medium, use a spirit medium or psychic when we do a residential case and they think it's their loved one coming through, trying to contact them. And if they're really emotional and they need closure, that's when we use a medium. But and some of the other stuff that, oh, my place is haunted and I'm really scared, I think some demonic's here, we stick to the ghost hunting.
Do you bring in mediums in completely clean without any prior knowledge to the location?
Yeah, we usually call them the day of or the day before. And if they can't come, then they can't come. And if they can come, then they're there. So I think we've only had 2 cases that we've called a medium on, and they've actually come. And,
Are you familiar with Hans Holzer?
No, I'm not.
Hans Holzer was the man who coined the term ghost hunter.
Really?
And Hans Holzer said, if you're a ghost hunter and you don't work with a psychic medium,
Yep.
you're just some guy walking around with an EMF meter.
Really?
So personally, I'm old school, so
Yeah.
I like to go the Hans Holzer,
Yeah.
Peter Underwood way.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And as a scientist, I look for any type of data I can get. I don't, the source, it doesn't matter. Data is data.
Definitely.
I mean, I can take what a psychic medium or a regular medium has to say, and I'll add it to whatever I'm working with. Sometimes it leads places, sometimes it doesn't. But it's better to have the data and not need it.
Not to have, yep.
It's a good excuse to hang out with Tiff, Stephanie, and Pam.
Yes, absolutely. We're fun. We make it fun, too.
Exactly.
We're not just boring mediums that walk in like, okay, so I feel this, and this is happening.
Right.
We have a good time. We bring lots of snacks, and we do what we need to do.
It's funny, though, because Steph and I have worked... Yeah, I know. I'm drooling over here. But Steph and I, both of you guys have been on a case, or not a case, but just in a location where Steph and I were kind of counteracting each other.
Oh, yeah.
Like I would say one thing and she'd say another, but it made sense, just different time frames. That's all.
I still love the
So-
one in Boston, though, where you knew the wall fell down.
Yeah.
That was great.
The one I like was what we got at the Sam West house, and the spirit is actually correcting your pronunciation
Yes, that was
of her
funny.
name.
And I
kidding.
called it too.
EVP of the ghost correcting the name that these two were trying to pick up
Yep.
on.
I said Margaret, and she goes, Margaret.
Margaret.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Pretty wild.
one thing too, you'll get with a lot of EVPs when you have a medium with you, and Mike Markowitz, I'm sure you know of, will tell you. I worked with him a bunch of times, but he has a bunch of EVPs where I'll talk to the spirit, and the spirit's actually talking back on an EVP to exactly what I said before that. So it's something that you should definitely look into trying, because you're probably going to get a whole load of evidence that you never thought you could get before. So it makes it fun, and
It's true.
we think it's fun.
true.
When we hear, again, it's like, we can hear it, we can see it, but when we actually hear it on a recording, it's scientific evidence. Like, how else would it get there? So it makes it really interesting. I think it gives it a different twist, too. So.
Mike speaks very highly of you too, Steph.
Oh,
He told me that
thank
he
you.
loves the EVPs he's got with you.
He's a great guy. Just the way he operates and everything, he's
Are you
awesome.
familiar with Mike Markowitz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
He's the EVP guy.
Yeah.
He's the
Yes,
guy
he
to go,
is.
go
Good
to.
guy.
He is. Random question, but they want to know when Lily's coming back and where they can purchase I Love Lily t-shirts.
Well, Lily got in trouble with the cops the other week.
Ooh,
Oh, did I
bad
hear
dog.
about it already?
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah. She got...
It was your fault.
It,
Okay, sorry.
it's all organic, but... Anyways,
Oh, that was funny.
yes, Lily almost got impounded.
Good thing they have the thumb cuffs
I know.
for a little pause.
But anyways, that's another story. She will be on soon. Soon. I know, I keep on saying. Maybe for the 1-year special, which is approaching the end of April.
And it should be special, right?
It should be a special one, since it's a special 1 year.
All right. I'm going to let you ask that one, and I'll ask off of here, because they're moving so fast.
Okay.
Are they really good? Bring on the questions. I love them.
Has Cody ever been outside of New England investigating, such as Gettysburg or etc.?
Yep. 2 years ago, I traveled the whole East Coast. I went from here to all the way down to St. Augustine, Florida.
Did you know the lighthouse? Sorry
yeah.
to interrupt.
Yep.
I was just curious.
Yep.
Okay, sorry.
Savannah, Georgia. I've been a few places there.
Myrtles?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I forgot what we did there, but
Probably investigating.
yeah. We also did those ghost tours.
Those are fun, though.
Yeah, they're fun.
Ghost giving tours?
I wish. But yeah.
Did you like Savannah? I hear it's beautiful.
It is.
I heard the food's good down there too.
I didn't get to eat down there.
Oh, I had
There
some
was
people telling me some places that were haunted and places I should eat in.
Really? Really?
Yeah. I've been dying to
Road
go there
trip.
myself. Yeah, I'd love to go.
But my favorite place of them all was St. Augustine. Not because it has a lighthouse or anything. It's just the atmosphere and everything's so close together. And if you want something, it's right there. And
Did you have any really good experiences in that whole road trip down the East
yeah.
Coast?
We did one tour. It wasn't really a tour. It just went to different buildings and you got to go in and investigate them. But there was one. It was called the Old Jail of St. Augustine. That's where we had the most experience. One other lady that was with us, she had caught what looked like an apparition from the waist up in the corner of a room. And what was really strange there, the officers used to sleep at the jail. they used to live there. So they had a bedroom, and you know, there was this huge cross, and that's where the apparition was captured. Black, black, black. So that was really the most interesting. There was another place. It was a drugstore that we got a few red orbs. So definitely that jail. The lighthouse, we didn't get to spend too much time in, but...
what was the deal with the drugstore? Was there something there before the drugstore, or...?
It was always the drugstore, but there was a shooting in there. There was more killings in there than there was in the whole town.
Just negativity begets negativity, and eventually became haunted.
Yeah, and a lot of feelings in that town, too. Depending on which building you walk in, you get different feelings.
Right.
In that drugstore, you felt like you were getting all squeezed together.
Claustrophobic, kind of?
Yeah. In the jail, it felt the same way, but twice as worse. So,
now, the apparition, was it caught in still photography or video?
It was caught in still photography. Another person was videotaping. He had quickly passed over. He couldn't really see anything, maybe a little bit, but it was caught in still. No flash.
Right.
So you're saying it was IR?
Yes, it was an infrared still camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
In case you haven't noticed, Tiffany, we've kind of hijacked your show.
Yeah.
No, I like it. I like it.
I like the
That's
idea
why I
of a
love
road
having
trip.
you guys on, because you guys are always like, so wait a minute, blah, 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 blah. And I think this is great for Cody to get the experience of you guys too. So he deals with me on a daily basis, because side work, he does websites, and I'm like, Cody, help me, Cody. He's like, I don't even want to be on the show anymore, but I'm just going into save face.
This lady's crazy.
So yes, I'm sure he's
at our
all
age,
set with
Cody,
me.
we got to find teenagers to help us with computers.
Yeah.
I know a 17-year-old too. Steve, you got to help me.
Oh.
That was just a weird, awkward silence.
And now back to you.
Well, hopefully the website's almost done. Well, it is,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm the one that's being picky, and I'm like, oh, we gotta change the font size. We gotta do this. But
Is Lily going to be on the website?
she should have a special
Like little app
Ask
that pops
Lily.
up and
Yeah,
click on Lily.
she's the icon.
See what trouble
Like
she got into this
the
month.
pointer.
I think we can do that.
Her mugshot.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
We should, because she's such a big inspiration in my
like
life.
throwing up on the rug while you're doing a reading.
She's my heart. I know. Can I say it?
Yeah,
I
go
was
ahead.
giving Andrew a reading, and yeah, it's true. It's real life. This is what happens. No edit. But I was giving Andrew a reading, and of course, you know, a reading, I'm bringing up some personal things, and all of a sudden, Lily, who was sitting on the rug, just chewing on her bone, all of a sudden,
Ignore the dog.
yeah, I'm like, oh, just, she's fine, she's fine.
Your father's coming through.
Yeah, your father's coming.
The milk bone's coming up.
I know. Here's a tissue, just don't look over there.
That's disgusting, but hilarious.
It was yeah, so that's why
It was Lily.
it was Lily. It's
What
like
did
the
you
cheesecloth, but it was the rawhide.
Well, enough about puke.
Sorry.
She's a cute dog.
Still want your pizza?
Yes, I know, I'm salivating over here.
Who rang the bell?
I didn't even,
Yeah.
it just appeared. Steve
Oh,
just showed up with
Dr.
2
Pavlov.
plates.
What's the
Alright.
question, Steph?
You're next.
Oh, okay. I got another one.
How many
Okay.
questions?
I know.
What types of equipment do you favor on investigations, and what kind do you use and why? I mean, what is your chief equipment when you do an investigation? You have to have.
Just kidding.
Well, on every investigation, if there's going to be paranormal activity, I think it's going to be caught on an EVP recorder. So that's my favorite tool. So sound effects, they're awesome. So that's my favorite tool. I also like an EMF meter, especially when we're doing a show. I like the ones that light up and beep and everything else, just to show the audience what's going on. So those are my 2 favorites. Those are the 2 I use the most.
So you're saying you use the EMF meter as a prop for the camera? It lights up?
Yeah, well, the reason why I use that type of EMF is because in our pilot episode we didn't use that type. And we got at least 10 comments saying, oh, we can't see the lights.
Yeah,
So,
gotcha.
That instant gratification that
Yeah.
everybody wants and expects.
Right.
All right. You know what the best piece of equipment to use is on an investigation?
Mine.
Yeah.
The rest of your body. All the equipment is just extension of your senses.
Yep.
Your EMF meter is just an extension of the galvanic responses that your skin has. Your EVP recorders are just extensions of frequencies your ears can't hear.
Yep.
You know, we're using IR cameras because our light spectrum that we see in is not the same as what the camera can pick up.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we'll use ion meters to supplement the nose because positive and negative ions have different things that you smell. And if you're tasting a ghost, you got issues.
No, it's true. I think if you think about it, Cody, when you've had those remarkable experiences, you look back on it, you did feel something.
Yeah.
Even if
You're the
EMF
one that
meter
had
was
the
going
experience.
off.
The equipment was just there for the ride.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm going to mention that when I do my lecture. If you don't mind.
Write it
We
down.
kick it old school.
I'll say
Cody.
you said
That's
it.
what we do. Yeah. We kick it old school.
All right. What do you consider the most successful investigation that you had? For example, the one that you or your team felt that you had helped your clients out the most.
Well, we did an investigation, and she felt like her home was haunted by a good spirit. A lady had fell down the stairs. The previous owner had fell down the stairs, and she ended up passing away. So that's originally who she thought it was. So we went in there, and there was a lot of knocking in that house. I'm going to say it was worse than the elevator. And that's how we communicated with it. So we ended up finding out that it wasn't that lady. Maybe it was in the beginning, but the house was cleansed, and she had a lot of antiques. And we think something had attached itself to an antique or something and came into the house. So that really was the most successful investigation because we proved the owner wrong in a good way, but still helped out the client and cleansed the home, and it went good.
Have you ever taken any valuable antiques because you told them that it was possessed?
No.
This Tiffany lamp, it's got to go.
It's on Craigslist the next day.
No.
Thanks for wasting my 5 hours of investigation.
All right.
Awful.
Has he ever used an animal on an investigation such as to detect activity? Either brought your own or used the animals that were there?
We use Matt.
One investigation we were in Bridgewater, and we were at a lady's home.
My hometown.
And she had, really?
Yeah.
And she had 3 cats, and the cats literally followed each other everywhere the first cat went, and all of a sudden they would split up. When we felt something, they would just run away. So that kind of confirmed what was going on, what we felt, and what they felt. So that kind of gave us a little confirmation of what was going on.
Yeah. I'd like to know where that place was in Bridgewater.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Well, I know. After the camp.
Yeah.
After the show.
Here's one. Has anyone, I guess they're addressing to anyone in the room, but have you ever been to a haunted island with either Gilligan, the skipper, or...
I personally...
Yeah, Dr. Moreau.
I personally haven't.
Matt was just pointing out a haunted island here in the Wareham area.
Really?
Yeah.
Wickett's Island out in Onset Harbor.
Field trip.
Yeah, let's go
Really?
out there tonight. Let's get our dinghy.
I've heard stories about that island, but I never knew if they
grew
were
up with
true.
it.
I never knew if
In a
they were
book
true.
that I read.
I always thought, at first I thought, I went with my neighbor, and at first I thought he was pulling my leg or something, knowing that I was in it. But then I heard it again.
In the 70s when the house was still there.
Really?
Yes.
It burnt down, didn't it?
Yes. It
Yeah.
burnt down in the late 80s,
Yeah.
mid 80s. Yeah, but I remember from the 70s as a kid, I knew other older kids that used to go over there and they used to get the tar scared out of them
Really?
talking about stuff roaming around in
Did
the
you have
house.
good stuff there?
According to them, it was, the seeing one thing walk from one doorway into another type of thing. And when you got a bunch of 12, 14-year-olds seeing it, they're all running down the hill into the little rowboat.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo. Yeah. So, yeah. Whether it's still haunted, I don't know.
They cleansed it with fire.
It was a big fire.
Arr.
Sorry, we're taking up your time.
No, I love it. I'm just excited.
You get your round table.
I know. I'm very excited because that was one of the things that Steph and I had talked about, what we can do to enhance the show when we think about trying to do some sort of round table. And that's what Steph means, is that this is the round table. And so I'm very happy to have everybody here tonight.
If you want another good island that's haunted, Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, yeah. Nantucket.
Yep. Yep.
Amityville. Or is
That's
it
not
Amity?
an island.
No,
Well, Long
no.
Island. Very big island, but yeah.
Not the, sorry,
Whoops,
not
equipment
the,
malfunction.
I have issues. Not Amityville, the house, or the town. Oh my gosh.
Your mic is in your lap.
I know, my mic is in my lap.
Just fell off my back.
Oh.
Equipment malfunction.
Sorry.
Mercury.
Yes.
Mercury, just get out of retrograde. No, Amity. Is it for the Jaws movie? That's what I'm trying to. Is it Amity?
Yeah, Amity
Amity.
is what they named it. And talking about the movie Jaws, parked right outside of Wicked's Island, all the way up until the 90s, was the original boat Orca that they used to film.
Really?
They filmed it,
Yeah.
Wow.
Used to be parked right out in Onset Harbor, correct.
Wow. Good facts.
Yeah.
On a side note, do you guys know the boat that was around the Bourne Rotary? Remember that boat?
The tugboat, the
Yes.
New York, was a New York tugboat that used to pull off of Long Island Sound there between New York City and Long Island.
And how it got in the middle of the rotary, nobody knows.
I know, nobody knows. It just was there. And
Guy
then
was
it was
drunk.
fun. Yes.
What about downtown Wareham, the lightship? One of the lightships was supposed to have been haunted, the Nantucket lightship.
Apparently, is it still there?
We just drove by there. I'm so used to seeing it there. I don't think it's there anymore. But yeah.
A lot of road trips. I think this is the summer for road trips.
Yep.
Because
We need to get a bus.
I know. We'll get a party
Oh no,
bus.
we've already done that once. We can do it again.
Yeah.
We'll get a
Say,
party bus.
who's
though.
leading the tour? The two of you together? Because I think
Yeah.
that'd be really
Would
interesting.
be our first.
We've done it.
Yep.
We did a bus tour of the Bridgewater Triangle on a horrible day. It snowed,
Oh,
it rained,
rained.
it fogged. It was like
ugly.
Mark Twain said, if you don't like the weather in New England, wait a minute. It
But
was
yeah,
one of
we
those
put
days.
on another one.
I think
I
that'd be
think
really
that's-
cool.
I think I might have to put the pedal to the metal and start
Boy,
figuring
that was
something
really
out.
clever.
We do have 3 minutes. Oh my gosh, we are totally running out of time. We have time for one more question.
Do we have
with a
another
very
question?
short? If there is another
Actually,
question.
one more, and they want to know if anybody has been to a haunted library.
I have. I have.
As both hands go over here.
I have. In Attleboro Library is supposedly haunted. We did a little side investigation. Hope nobody's watching from there, but we did a little side investigation. Got a few spikes, but supposedly haunted.
Yep, Cumberland, Rhode Island, the town library is built into the ruins of the old monastery, and that's haunted.
Mm.
Well, we
Millicent Library.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, Millicent and Fairhaven, of course.
Yes,
yeah,
that
duh.
is very haunted.
It's supposed to be a beautiful library,
I
too.
feel like we could
It
go
is.
on and on
It
for
is.
hours tonight, guys.
Yeah.
But we do have to wrap it up because it's time again to end the show. But I want to thank you so much, Cody,
You're
for
welcome.
coming on the show. I want to thank you guys, the Oddballs, and of course Steph and Carlston and Warren Carl. I've been calling Warren Carl all night. So, but I want to just thank every single one of you guys for coming on tonight and making the show fun like it always is. But Cody, where can people reach you?
CodyDesBiens.com. That's the place. You can call me. The number's right at the top of that website. Call me direct. Production manager will probably answer, but you can get to me that way. So CodyDesBiens.com.
Thank you. And definitely if you guys go to Spirit Medium Tiffany on Facebook and also TiffanyRice.com, you'll be able to get his information as soon as he puts it on my website for me.
Yeah.
So till next time, we'll see you guys next week and have a great evening.
Yay!
Bye.
There was much rejoicing.